Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we ask Him to guide us. Welcome to our English language class, full plus 4, second semester. We will be in module 3, Teen Life. And our class today is what's wrong. This is the phrase what's wrong. So what are the objectives that we should cover for this class? The first one is spell and know some new words correctly and use the modal verb should. So the first one is going what's wrong with this one. So we will go now to page 34 and 35 and we will try to understand what is the meaning of what's wrong. So when should I use what's wrong? There are many uses that we should use what's wrong. This is the phrase that we use it. So basically we are gonna focus in this class, use it for asking someone who looks ill or sad to tell you what they probably have. So when you ask somebody, what's wrong with you, man? So you will understand, you will ask him about a specific person. So we will talk about this phrase now. So these are the elements. So we are gonna recognize different elements, which is the illnesses, the minor one. So now we can go to page 34 and check the vocabulary. So open the book with me now, page 34. And listen to the dialogue now.
Module 3, Teen Life. 3A, what's wrong? 1. Vocabulary. Match, then listen and check.
1. I've got toothache. 2. I've got a sore throat. 3. I've got earache. 4. I've got a cough. 5. I've got a headache. 6. I've got a fever. 7. I've got stomachache.
So the phrase what's wrong, we use it to ask for somebody who looks ill or sad to tell you what the problem they have. So according to what we have just listened, I'm gonna repeat it again to make you understand these elements. We have 7 elements or illnesses, the minor one. So notice there is something at the end of each illness. So I'm gonna repeat it now. As we said before, for those who just joined us, we are on page 34.
Teen Life. 3A, what's wrong? 1. Vocabulary. Match, then listen and check.
1. I've got toothache. 2. I've got a sore throat. 3. I've got earache. 4. I've got a cough. 5. I've got a headache. 6. I've got a fever. 7. I've got stomachache.
So these the answers for the phrase what's wrong. So if you meet somebody outside, like you are going to meet somebody in the hospital and said, what's wrong with you? These are the things that used, or these phrases used by doctors inside the clinics or like in a hospital. They will ask, what's wrong with you? Oh, it seems to be that you are ill. So the first thing come to your mind is that he will ask you about what's wrong. So the answer will be these illnesses. So notice the A-C-H-E, which is ache. This is the way that we pronounce, but this is the way we spell it, A-C-H-E, ache. This is the way we pronounce it. Toothache, backache, backache, stomachache. So this ache means like not a very strong illness. This is like a slight one. It's like a pain. It's like a pain, a continuous pain. So I'm going to give you like a few seconds to number these phrases. So we have to put these pictures, these numbers, in these empty circles here. We have 7, and we have 7 sentences here. We have to number it. A few seconds before answering it. So be ready, and I advise you to use a pencil, because once you make like I'm gonna say like a good try. So if it's wrong, you can omit it, then put the new answer and the correct one. Okay, now be ready. I'm gonna give you the answers now. So I have got a toothache, number 1. This is number 3. Number 7. Number 5. Number 2. Number 4. Number 6. So good job, guys. You did it good. So this is the way we answer these questions. Now we will move to the second part, which is reading. So according to the text that we are going to provide now, how many speakers do we have here? How many speakers do we have in this conversation? Excellent. We have 3 or 2 main characters here, which is Ali and Lee. What are they talking about? What do you think they are talking about according to the text? They're asking about why their friends didn't or don't answer the phone, because they have what? Good job. They will go to the skate park. So they promise each other to go to the skate park. So what do you think they are carrying in his hand? Good, a cell phone. For what? To communicate with others, to ask about why didn't he show up? So 2 characters talking to each other because the third one is missing. So we have Ali and Bill, and they are asking about their friend. So listen carefully, because there is a questions after it. Okay? Good job.
2. Read. A. Listen to the dialogue, then read it out in groups. Why didn't Bill go to the skate park?
Where's Bill? It's almost 8 o'clock. The skate park closes in an hour.
I think we should call him. You know Bill, he's never on time.
He's not answering his mobile.
Maybe he's still at home. Try him there.
Hello?
Bill, what are you doing at home? Have you forgotten about the skate park again?
Sorry, Ali, but I'm ill. I've got the flu. I've got a fever and a headache. I've got a bad cough too.
That's okay, mate. You should take a painkiller and stay in bed then.
What's wrong with him, Ali?
Bill's got the flu.
So this is the main point about the dialogue between the friends. They are asking about their friend, why didn't he show up? And he answered by saying, I am ill. So what's wrong with you? I am ill. I have got a headache. I have a fever. Then they gave him advice by using should. So the modal verb that we are going to use in this module, in this lessons, should. So the modal verb should, use it when you wanted to give an advice. You should take a painkiller and stay in bed then. So this is the most important thing when somebody like asking about what's wrong with you? Oh, I have got a headache. So the response is coming to your mind from your friend or the one who is speaking to you. Oh, you have a headache, so you have to go, or you should go to the doctor. You should take a painkiller if it's too late, not too safe to drive while you have a headache. Stay in bed, and he will give you advice. So using should, this is one of the modal verbs that we use it for taking advice or giving an advice or asking for an advice. I'm gonna move now to the second part. So this is the first part. So the conversation was about Ali and Lee. They're asking about why didn't he show up. Then they received an answer from their friend by saying, I am sick. Then they gave him an advice. Now we will move to the second part. Because there is like few sentences we should follow and answer and proof, because we will see the exercise on next page.
Oh, yeah, you shouldn't go out.
And you should drink some warm tea with honey and lemon.
Okay, I will. I have to hang out, Ellie.
Maybe we should cancel the skate park and come and see you.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about me. Tom is looking after me. He's the best friend a person can have.
Hey, what about us?
You are too.
I'm gonna repeat it again.
Oh dear, you shouldn't go out.
And you should drink some warm tea with honey and lemon.
Okay, I will. I have to hang out, Ellie.
Maybe we should cancel the skate park and come and see you.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about me. Tom is looking after me. He's the best friend a person can have.
Hey, what about us?
You are too.
Great. So they gave him an advice by using the modal verb should. So they gave him, you should drink some warm tea with honey and lemon. I will have to hang up Ali, and we should cancel the skate park. So this is one of the solutions. When they see his friend or their friends are ill. So what's wrong? This is the phrase, and we talk about some elements, and we recognize different elements, which is like the minor illnesses, that it's a continuous pain, but it's not that like a hard one, that not the hard one. So what's wrong with you, Ahmed? Oh, sorry, I have a headache. I will not be able to attend or meet you at the cafe. Now we will move to the sentences. Read again and find sentences in the dialogue to prove the following. We have sentences now. We have a few sentences. We have 5. So where should we get the approval of these things or these sentences? From the text itself. I'm going to give you like a few seconds to scan it and see which is the approve of these sentences. A few seconds, then we will try to answer it. Okay, hurry up. Good job, guys. I'm waiting for you. I know you can do it. You can do it. Well, so the first one is the skate park closes at 9 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock. The skate park closes in an hour. So it's mentioned in the text itself. It's almost 8 o'clock. And the skate park classes an hour. So if we we are good at mathematics, so if we add 8 to 1, the total is going to be 9. So this is the number 1. Number 2, Bill is usually late. This is the answer. He is never on time. This is a bad habit. So you should be on time. When you have a meeting, this is like an ethical thing. When somebody asks you to attend some meeting or like any meeting with others, so you have to be on time. This is like a good behavior that people respect from each other. So I advise you to attend our virtual school or virtual classes on time. We start at 8, so be on time. Number 3, Ellie and Lee think Bill should stay at home. You should take a painkiller and stay in bed, then he shouldn't go out. A painkiller. So this is the thing that we found in our text. And here is the thing that we found. Ali, that's okay, mate. You should take a painkiller and stay in bed. Lee, he shouldn't go out. Number 4, Ali thinks that he and Lee should visit Bill. Maybe we should cancel the skate park and come and see you. And this is the way that we found in a text. So you may find it in a text when I highlight the sentences. Maybe we should cancel the skate park and come and see you. The last one, Bill is not at home alone. Waiting? Good. Tom is looking after me. He's taking care of me. I'm not alone. And he is a true friend. Where we found it? No, it's okay. Don't worry about me. Tom is looking after me. He's the best friend and a person can have. Good job, guys. Move to the grammar. So now we will talk about 3 things in the grammar. We will talk about the form and the uses. So when should I use should to take, like, as we said before, like use should when we ask for an advice? So basically, we have 3 things here according to the text. You can look at the book now. We see that the should, we use it with affirmative. There is no should eat, a negative, and a question. So with affirmative, we use all the pronouns, then the base form, we use the pronouns, then the modal verbs, then the base form, which is basically the infinitive, like the base form, like for to go, but there is no to. We omit to and we use only the base form. So I should eat, you should eat, he should eat, she should eat, it should eat, we should eat, you should eat, and they should eat. With the negative, we just only add not after the modal verb. So this is the pronoun, this is the modal verb, then this is not. We have to put not after the modal verb, not before, after. So these are the pronouns, personal pronouns here, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Then the modal verb, then not. And this is the abbreviation of not, the negative. He shouldn't eat. Should not, this is should not, we make it in one word, shouldn't. He shouldn't eat. The question, it's basically an easy task. I should go, so the only thing that we do is reverse, like we put the modal verbs first, then all the pronouns, then the base form. Which is the base form? There is no ending. No S, no ed, no ing, just the base form without even the infinitive to. And here is the example. You should stay in bed today. I will give you an advice. It looks to me that you are tired. So we use should here for asking or taking or giving an advice. So you should stay in bed today. What about if you see somebody who is ill and you'll say, oh, it seems that you are not feeling okay, so you shouldn't go to the school today. You shouldn't go to the school today. So we use should for many uses. There are many uses for using should, but here we are going to focus on to take or asking an advice or giving an advice, and also there are many things that we should follow. And here are the uses. So we use should to ask for and give an advice. And here is an example. What should I do? You shouldn't work so hard to express an opinion. This is the second use. What should I do? You shouldn't work so hard to express an opinion. This is my opinion. I think that children should eat more fruit. This is a good advice. This is my opinion. I think they should. So using should here as an opinion. The third one, to make a suggestions. We should go to the art gallery. There are some great painting there. So here I suggest by using should. So here are the uses, 3 things: to ask and give an advice, to express an opinion, and to make a suggestions. To revise, personal pronouns, should or shouldn't, base form, there is no ending with the verb. Go, speak, wash. So now we have a coronavirus, and if somebody will say, oh, you should wash your hands every or after anything you touch. So you should. This is an advice. And I advise you all to follow these advices. Now we are going to move to the last thing. This is the exercise. So we use should and shouldn't. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to give you a few seconds before answering this one. Use just should and shouldn't. And it's basically easy. I trust you all, you will do it. First one, Jolie has got a headache. Take a painkiller. So she should take a painkiller. Number 2, I have got stomach ache. And as I told you, ache means a continuous pain, but not very strong. We use it with different illnesses and elements. Number 3, it's really hot in my bedroom, so it's really hot, so you should open the window. Number 4, I don't understand this exercise, so what can I do? This is my advice. You should ask the teacher. This is most important thing. When you have any problem, any obstacles, you have to come directly and you should ask the teacher. Last one, Saud has got a sore throat, one of these pain illnesses. What's wrong with you, Saud? Oh, I have a sore throat. So you should get these medicines, you should stay in bed, and you should go and see the doctor. So we are going to give you now a summarize what we have just explained. The first one, we start with the vocabulary. So the most important things that we mentioned, the element, when we use this phrase, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Saud? I have got a headache. I have got backache. So ache means a continuous pain. And we read the text and answer some questions. We scan this information to identify and find some information on page 34. The last one is using should. Thank you all, and I wish you all the best.